Hi guys, how you doing? My name is Oluwatosin Olasende. I'm the founder of Money Africa. For those joining us for the first time, Money Africa is a financial literacy platform where we teach you about how to make money, how to grow money, and how to keep it in the long run. So today we have an interesting topic. Can you guess what it is? Ding dong. Okay, it's about a person that is just 21 years old. She's an SSC holder. We found this post on Instagram. Basically what happened here is that she had been working post SSC and she saved 2 million naira. Amazing. So first thing first, we're saying a huge congratulations. People do not understand how hard it is to actually save, especially as a young person. There's so many things calling your attention, right? Now, there's a fine clothes there, there's a nice shoe. Instagram is buzzing with all the trends. There's always something for you to buy. So it takes a lot of discipline. And I think what even made this more phenomenal is the fact that she is not a high income earner. So she's doing cashier jobs and other small things, right? So she's not a high income earner and she was able to be diligent and saved this over a period of time. Fantastic. So now the question is, what should she do? Number one, gift yourself. Pay yourself first. You are probably expecting me to start talking about investing in stocks, investing in bonds, and all these other things. But number one, pay yourself first. For you to have saved diligently for over 2 years, that takes a lot of discipline. You are your biggest asset. It's okay. Go into the market, buy a nice top, buy hair, buy something. We're advocating for about 10% of that money to give yourself a treat. Give yourself a treat. Now, what that treat is depends on you. For some people, they want to enjoy a movie, they want to travel locally. For another person, they might want to buy a new dress or buy hair. For another person, they might want to go for a spa or take out their family members. It depends on what you want. Remember, always optimize for yourself. So don't do something because other people are doing it. Ask yourself, what is a treat to Oluwatosin? What does Oluwatosin enjoy? And then you can go ahead and do that. So number one, give yourself a treat with 10% of the money. Now, if we take out 10%, we are left with 1.8 million. Fantastic. What do we do with the next thing? We're taking out 400,000 naira, yes, which is about 20% of that money, and we are putting it in a low-risk asset. Why are we choosing the low-risk asset? We are choosing the low-risk asset because it is something that we can access, right? So should the case there's an emergency, something happens suddenly, she needs somewhere to be able to go to, we definitely need to dip into that pocket. Now, where do you put your low-risk asset? You're definitely not putting it in the stock market. You're not putting it in real estate. You're not putting it in anything that is hard to get. You have to put it in somewhere that, bam, within 24 hours, you can call for it without sacrificing the price of it. Let me give you a quick example. Let's say, for instance, she went to put the money into Amazon. She bought Amazon at $500, for example. But at this same time is when the market is going red. The market is going crazy. She had invested $500 in Amazon, but because the market is bleeding, as of today, right, we're talking about the 14th of October, seeing how the market has performed in the year 2022, right? That share definitely has dropped. If she was to go back and quickly sell those Amazon stocks, she is definitely not going to get $500, right? It's going to be lower because of what's happening in the market. So that's why we keep advocating that your emergency funds should not be where the prices are turbulent. It has to be somewhere safe, somewhere you can go to, somewhere you know that this is what the price is. Fantastic. So now that is what number two is. Now let's go into what she should do next. Now remember, for that emergency fund that we spoke about, the 400,000 naira, she can download the Ladder app. It's available on iOS or Android. You can save your money there. It's a fintech app. You get about 10% per annum. The risk is low. You can access it. It works like an emergency fund. Now, what is the next thing she should do? She should invest 600,000 naira in an ETF. What is an ETF? An ETF is like a cocktail. Now, let me tell you more about cocktail. I want to talk about a fruit cocktail. Now, let me tell you, in this particular fruit cocktail, we have orange juice, we have pineapple juice, we have cucumber, we have some lime, and we have ginger. Now, these 5 different fruits forms this new drink. Because it's now a new drink, I can't tear apart the pineapple component or tear apart the orange component or tear apart the lime component. Everything has come together, mixed with the ginger to make a new drink. And that is what an ETF is. It's a combination of different stocks to be able to arrive at a new product. Now, let me go a bit more into it and why we always recommend it for people that are low risk taker or people that really just want to invest in the long run. Number one, you get to take advantage of different kind of stocks. So in this ETF, we could have something like Apple. Apple is a tech, a tech company. We have something like Walmart, right? We could have something like Johnson and Johnson, right? We could have something like what other stock is out there, like Amazon. So you have those different stocks in this new product, right? So let's say, for instance, the market is not doing well and you're seeing other products like Home Depot, things that do really well during a recession. An ETF helps you to enjoy from both. So while some stocks are going up, some could be coming down, but an ETF takes advantage of everything, right? Because everything is in one place. If you were investing in only one stock, if that stock goes up, amazing, you enjoy it. But if that stock also goes down, oh my gosh, then you see that your portfolio is very low. And this is where an ETF comes in, where you get to enjoy the mixed benefit of having different stocks in a portfolio. So we always advocate this for beginners or people that just want to invest in the long run. Now you're probably saying, Tosin, which ETF? There's a particular one called the S&P 500. Basically, what the S&P 500 does is that it tracks the 500 largest companies in the United States, right? So these 500 companies in the United States are all in this mixture. You get to get a part of it. So you have Facebook, you have Johnson and Johnson, you have Walmart, you have all of it inside this mix, right? And you get to enjoy, to see some are going up, some are going down. You just get to enjoy the average. So we strongly recommend that for people to actually invest in the long run. Now, based on what has happened in the past, for the past decade and even more, this particular instrument delivers about 10% per annum. Now, if you're living in an African country like Nigeria, you can see what has been happening with our currency. You've seen how the Naira has been depreciating over the years. Even just over about 1 year, you can see that sharp depreciation that we've seen. This investment is actually in dollars, right? So you're seeing that, number one, you're fighting inflation. Number two, your money is invested in foreign currency. Number three, you are earning interest. That's the dream of every investor, being able to enjoy these three different components, which is what amazing. Great. So now we've talked about that. Let's go to the next one. The next one is we're talking that, hey, have you considered this? We're putting about 15% of that fund in cryptocurrency. Now you're probably saying, oh my gosh, Tosin, why crypto? That's true. It is a high risk asset, right? The risk here is really high. But we are saying that she's a 21-year-old, she's young, she has almost 44 years to hit retirement. So if she retires at the age of 65, she has 44 years to go. She's not in a hurry, she's not in a rush, and it's just 15% of her portfolio, meaning that it's not a very, very high component and she's really young, right? So why not go for the big players they were talking about, the Bitcoin or the Ethereum? These are the big players. Why not play a long-term game, put some money in it and wait? Now, what if it fails? It's okay. It's just 15% of her portfolio and she's really young. What if it succeeds? Amazing. It adds benefits to that portfolio. Now, there's a huge mistake that a lot of people make whenever they're investing in high-risk assets. They're either taking too much risk. You see people putting about 50% of their portfolio in cryptocurrency, 75% of their portfolio in cryptocurrency. It's crazy, mad amount of money. So that if anything happens, they would lose a huge amount of money. Now, these people are not even as young as this 21-year-old, knowing that she has so much time. Now, you keep hearing me talk a lot about time. Time is a critical component when you're investing. So we always advocate for you to start early when you're young. And if you're watching this video, you're in your 30s, you're in your 40s, you're saying, oh my gosh, Tosin, it's too late. That's not true. You can start from where you are with what you have. And if possible, you have to use a larger amount of money in order for us to play catch up. Great. Now, the next one is this. We want her to take 100,000 Naira and invest in a good medical aid plan for the next 2 years. Now, why is this important? if anything happens to her, if she were to fall sick, it can wipe out her entire savings, right? Now, that is why it's very important for her to be able to get on this medical aid ASAP, right? So if she needed a surgery, she was to be sick, a lot of these health insurance companies sometimes cover you all the way to 5 million naira, depending on which insurance plan you get. So now for the 100,000 one, she can get a plan for 2 years, a good quality one, so that if anything happens, she is covered. We strongly advocate for health insurance for people, because in the day of trouble or when you need it, we don't want you to be at the mercy of other people. So at least you can draw in from that insurance first, then should the case you need others, you can go to them. Fantastic. Another reason why this is also very important, if you have a health insurance, you're able to get attended to immediately for them to start helping you prior to you needing to need more funds should the case, that happens. Now, we also want a situation where as she picks up a book called The Psychology of Money by Morgan Housel and actually go and read it. The money starts with the mind. If you notice this, over 70% of people that win the lottery go back into poverty. And why does that happen? That happens because they do not know how to spend that money. They do not know how to invest it, right? So it's very important that you have the right mindset. Now, if you look at a lot of wealthy people, sometimes their businesses crash, but they get back up. Why? They have the right mind. So if this mind is not right, we are running in circles and we are wasting our time. The last but not the least, go and write JAMB and try and get back into a tertiary institution. Now, the world is changing and people are saying, yes, you can go far without tertiary education, but now tertiary education takes different forms, right? There are many schools that allow you to do it online while you also still do your 9 to 5. There are so many programs out there, but invest in yourself. You are your biggest asset. Do you know that there are some people that earn over 2 million naira per month in Nigeria, sitting in Nigeria? So while she has taken like 3 years or so to save that 2 million, with the right skills, she could even be making up to that in a month. So we strongly advocate investing in yourself. And do not forget to join Money Africa's community so that the knowledge can continue to compound in the long run. If you enjoyed this video, please share it with someone and do not forget to subscribe. Click on the subscribe button and join this community and let us learn this journey together. Do take care.